Watch yourself.
You're with the Scolii Arcana, are you not? I'm so very honored to make your acquaintance. I know what I wrote was vague. At first, I didn't know what I was dealing with. It's just... Shardfall. It's changed. You're the greatest mages in the land. No one knows more than you do about... well, anything, I suppose. To be honest, I'm surprised anyone answered my request for help. I'm somewhat used to being ignored. Shardfall is a cave to the west and north. It's a good place to harvest shards, hence the name. The place always has a bit of a chill, but recently the cave became cold, and it howls like it's angry. Many days past, my assistant, Donald Cutty, delved into the cave to collect samples. He never returned. It's more than just wind. It's like the cave is screaming. I could almost make out the words too, but I couldn't take the cold. I had to flee. I tried to find my assistant, but I failed. The cold of the cave is too great. Not 6 steps in, my boots froze to the very rock. That's why I've been devising a talisman to stay warm. The work is almost complete too. I just need one last thing. If you're willing to aid me, perhaps we can solve this mystery. After I failed to make it deeper into Shardfall than just a few steps, I put up a barrier. No need to have some poor fool stumble in there by mistake. The barrier will let you through if you have an amulet that can keep you warm. Like one made from a Barghest's heart. A Paragon Barghest, that'll do just fine. I've heard of one ranging north of Umair. If you can kill it, fetch me its heart, and I will be able to complete my pendant. Donald Cutty, my assistant. He runs errands for me, cleans my shop, and occasionally harvests gems from Shardfall. He's a bright lad, and has never taken this long to return from the cave. Later then.
Avoid the gates.
The heart of a Paragon Barghest. Incredibly tough creatures they are. Give me a moment. There, take it. You're better suited to plumbing the depths of Shardfall than I. You can now brave the cold to investigate exactly what's happening. Years ago, I read a treatise from Savant Hadris Llewellyn that suggested frost magic was particularly potent there, but I never gave it much thought. All I really know is something dark is happening within. Be cautious. I'll be here.
I wondered when you would find me. Almost enough to make you believe in fate, isn't it? The woman I wore last time we danced wasn't as strong as this one. Perhaps I flatter myself to think I might offer a better challenge now. Sideus, the Crystal Weir. That is what this place was called once. Much more appropriate a name than Shardfall, don't you think? My people have lost their appreciation for language, it seems. So much has changed since I last walked the world. That was long ago, when I learned the only answers worth seeking lie in death, mortal. Death, and death alone. Oh, how delightful you are. Such youth, such naivete. I could just devour you. Like I did that poor gem cutter I found in here. One day, perhaps I'll do just that. For now, though, I must conclude our dialogue. My time is wearing thin, and I tire of your prattle. This body has served its purpose. Let's see if you've learned any new tricks since our last meeting. Don't disappoint me.
Students of magic, masters of spells.
Such a state. Good evening.
Good evening.
Ah, there you are. So you are the new initiate that has everyone talking. I heard how indispensable you were in stopping that necromancer in Melaglir. I am Erin Methneen. Savant Engar suggested that I congratulate you on what he estimated would be an inevitable victory, and that I give you this. Additionally, he requested that you meet him atop the mountain of Skycrown to the south. I have no idea why, but the note will likely explain further. Good luck!
Good evening. Criathnock Thintri, the Fae call it. Sky-crowned mountain. It's beautiful, isn't it? Like stars across the night sky, the varied elements of magic arrange themselves throughout our world in different patterns. This place is a convergence of one such pattern, a focus of the energies of air and light. Exactly so. This place is to lightning what Aod is to fire, or Sadeus is to ice. Your power has grown so much in so short a time. It is astonishing, really. I am proud to have guided you this far. At first, I thought I could contain her, that I could keep her at bay. But I was vain. Her power is vast, and she is tireless. Ever since your initiation trial, she has been worming deeper into my mind. She made me wait until you arrived. I cannot fight her any longer, so I must try to end it here. Now run! Run!
mage was clever. It took a great effort to break his mind. And at the last moment, he sought to deny my victory. Unfortunately for you, he failed. Are you beginning to see the pattern, child? From flame and frost and storm, I take my form. Who am I? How could you possibly understand the music that I move to? Does the hurricane explain to the reed why it roars? I am the hurricane, and you are nothing more than a reed, stubborn, unbent, and soon broken. I have eaten the fruit of Irminsul, the Tree King, and sown blood into the fields of Aesir Danon. I have sucked marrow from the bones of Arathi, and listened to the laments of dying stars. I am the Empyrean, the dark-hearted, the Lady of Sorrow and Dust. I will not bow to your will.
Do not miss Leogryph's many marvels.
At your service.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
There, good, you're back. As much as I'm dying to know what transpired atop Skycrown, that'll just need to wait until the Archsage is through with you. He requested you join him in his quarters, just around the corner down the hall.
Greetings.
There you are. At last. I had hoped you'd come sooner. The curse is strong. That you are here at all is a godsend. The creature that has stalked the minds of our savants, Nuala, Kadok, and Ethan. She is here. She has come for me, at last. The possession she used on the savants you encountered, I tried to fend her off. Though I stand before you, the sorceress has begun usurping other parts of my mind. I retained a part of myself, and made the glyph that took you here. When we met in Talarain, I knew then that Savant Inga was right about you. Maybe too right. It is more than chance, Adept, that has brought you into contact with this sorceress before. And it's more than luck, I think, that you survived each encounter. She is the one that has stalked the minds of our greatest mages. But there is a more troubling history than that. Once I have been freed, there will be plenty of time to discuss her true nature. I am not the Archsage without cause. I had prepared myself for this manner of attack. It is how I can speak with you now. She is assuming control of my uncontrolled thoughts. I cannot venture out of this sanctum, lest I fall to her. You must thwart her plans. Take this, the true history of our order. It is the only help I can give you now. If you wish to return to my chambers in Rathir, I will accommodate you. But do not wait too long to return. I need your help to defeat this curse. Good. If we are swift, we should be able to break this curse before my mind is completely hers. As the Archsage, I've trained myself to withstand attacks to my mind. Her previous attempts were weak, not as immediate as this. She does not target my conscious self now. She instead moves to conquer my repressed flaws, my misguided thoughts, and she will exploit them in time. I have been following what has happened to the savants that conducted your initiation. Those poor souls. If this dark sorceress is done with them, she must have learned all she could. She must be near her goal. There is more to our history than books and scrolls, but we must solve matters here first. Then I will answer all you ask. The sorceress has taken over some parts of my mind. They will be strong, magnified aspects of myself. Be wary.
Persistent, aren't you? From ruins to mountaintops, even in the mind of your pathetic arch-sage, who, despite you standing here, has given up hope. In fact, right now he is trying to tell you it is useless to fight Ciara Sedanis. In all the minds I have seen, there have been none that carried such indifference as this arch-sage. Does he care about the wars that wage across his land? No. Does he care for the lives of his subordinates? Not in the slightest. He long ago surrendered to the inevitability of my return. Yes. I am the tyrant queen of the Dark Empyrean. The fools of the Scolii Arcana believe I was killed, but the Arch-Sage knows the truth. It is, perhaps, why he has surrendered all hope. He knows I cannot be defeated, only delayed. I do, as does this Arch-Sage. Look at this man. He is a pawn of fate, completely surrendered to it. He has hidden this apathy from the world, but now, let it be seen. The demons of this man's mind are yours to contend with, child. And so my attempts to foster his indifference seem to have met their end. It does not matter. I have accomplished all I would have liked to. My freedom is guaranteed. So I can focus my attentions on you. You are my closest friend, after all. You served your purpose well. This body is the incarnation of the Archsage's goals and ideals. For all his aspirations, the man is a slave to his discipline. It is a pity. Had I the time to foster some of these ambitions, he would make a useful pawn, just like you. Do you not understand, child? It was your initiation that freed me. The magic of the spell could not find your potential, and so it chose the greatest power this world has ever known. Yes, it is a tawdry thing, after all. But his goals and ideas are too delicious to leave alone. And all around us you can see the parts of himself he sacrificed, just to reach this pathetic level of power. Let us reawaken some of these cast-offs. I think they might enjoy it. You will know my
I no longer feel the prying of Sardanis on my mind. You have freed me of her. Thank you, Adept. By freeing me of her influence, I can distill for you those thoughts you have liberated. From my ambition, I can impart to you an indomitable resolve. From my indifference, I can craft a fearless impartiality. The choice is yours. I am the Archsage, but I am also a human. There were certain flaws of character that I had repressed. Sardanis intensified those flaws until they threatened to overcome me. By destroying them, you freed me of these flaws. I can give you the knowledge of this freedom. From my indifference, I can impart to you a sense of fearlessness. Through ambition, you can gain a will to strive for perfection. In many ways, they seem similar, but to you, the effects are disparate. A quality you certainly do not lack, but I think you will require every last ounce of our metal to see this through to the end. Now, are you prepared to leave? We have much ahead of us when we return to my quarters. Good. When we return, speak with me. The sorceress will not be suffered any longer.
Greetings.
I am sure you have questions, and I shall do my best to answer them. First, let me say this. No adept in the history of the Scoli Arcana has earned the Savant's Ring more than you. Take it with my gratitude. Now prepare yourself. The time for suffering the predations of our enemy is at an end. It is our turn to strike. There is little else we can do but summon her. It might seem foolish, but if we do not try here, we will surely fail later. Dark times are upon us, Savant. The tragedies recently befallen our most powerful members speaks to a greater conspiracy at work. I should have acted sooner. I should have seen what was coming. I promise you this. I will do what is necessary to keep the Order from being destroyed, whatever the cost. Savant Ingar was a dear friend, and one of the Scoli Arcana's most powerful assets. His loss will be felt by all within the Order. It is time for you to learn the truth of our Order, the truth of Sierra Sedanus, and the fall of the Dark Empyrean. Sierra Sedanus was never killed, Savant. She was imprisoned within the very stones of Rithia. Because of you, she has awakened, and though trapped, she has proven formidable. Now to destroy her, we must release her. When Ethan Engar cast the ritual for your initiation trial, he created a magic whose purpose was to conjure that which could challenge your potential. None could have anticipated that, to do so, the magic of the ritual would actually find Sedanus, buried deep within her prison. The smallest part of her consciousness was summoned into your trial. Once awakened, she began using the minds of those involved to craft her escape. The truth of the Scoli Arcana's founding, its true purpose, is a secret that has been passed down from Archsage to Archsage. We have many savants within our Order, those supremely gifted in the arts of alchemy or sagecrafting or scholarship. But there is a reason that Archsages are chosen according to their mastery of war magic, because one day Sedanus will return, and one must be prepared to face her. Since her awakening, Sedanus has been reaching out from her prison and possessing mages within our Order. Her goal was the creation of 3 elemental keys: the sun, storm, and frost stones that you hold now. We will use these keys exactly as Sedanus intended. We will free her, and I will kill her. The brilliant Savaladan Bloodgood led the founders to build the very grounds of the Scoli Arcana into a spell, the glyph that imprisons Sedanus. Let the magic guide you. Walk the grounds, and place each key with the appropriate founder, and the spell will be undone. When Sedanus is free, join me at the center of the glyph. She will emerge, and I shall make my stand. Good luck. Prison is weakening. Only one more key remains. I can feel the harmonies of the spell glyph unraveling. She is coming, Savant. Be ready. Why does she not reveal us? No. Stay back. It's, you must... Ah!
For so long, I have anticipated this moment. To savor the sweet taste of freedom, and to destroy the legacy of those that imprisoned me. And I owe it all to you. From the beginning, you've played your part with a bright perfection. Each step in harmony with my will. Fool. So much potential. It is a pity I have to kill you now. Archsage. What silly titles you children use. That wretch would have been a servant in the Dark Empyrean. But rest assured, he is safe now. Deep within the very same spell that bound me, and he will rot there for all eternity. Of course it must. I've spent the last 7 centuries locked within a prison spell, forged from these very stones. I cannot step backward in time and visit my vengeance on those who put me here, but I can destroy their legacy. The Scolii Arcana will not survive the hour. You all will...
You have done what no other member of our order could. You have faced Ciara Sedanus and emerged victorious. After your trial of initiation, Jubal Calidus gave this to me. I realize now he meant for you to have it upon his death. The Scolii Arcana owes you everything, and are now yours to command, Archsage. The city's facilities are suitable for our use, and certain parts of it are not without their charms. In moments of solitude, I wonder, with recent events plaguing our mages so, will we survive these coming times? With Savant Engar indisposed, running the day-to-day affairs of the chapter has fallen to me.
Greetings. Good day. Greetings.
arch sage. I have many fine things. In stock, should you care to peruse. Goodbye.
students of magic, masters of spells.
Moving on, citizen.
You look familiar. Good day.
Excellent job. You've earned a Scoliar Arcana stipend, if nothing else. Now, let's see what you've learned. What was the point of your final lesson? No, that is all wrong. Were this the official exam, you would have failed miserably. Where was I?
Curios, talismans, items of power.
The amphora is full? Good. I will hold that for now. So you have seen what Baal-Atiran saw, and walked where she walked. Now hear what our prophetess taught. From the frozen north, she led our forebears across the plains to Snowmelt Pass. There she promised all a place. At Snowmelt Spring, above the sea, they turned to see the far-off shores they had left behind, and all were sore of heart. Baal-Atiran consoled them then. "Forget what you left behind," she said. "We go to a new home, where each shall have a place." And then they came to the pools of Gallivore Plain, where she taught that Lyria's grace is like the waters all around. There a line formed to drink and bathe, and those at the back of the line bickered with those in the front. Baal-Atiran grew angry. She spoke to her children, saying that as this spring flows, so do Lyria's blessings, to all and wide, and without preference. From there, they continued east until they stood upon the bluffs and saw this spire. There, Tiran taught us of the 3 gifts. Every Rethiri child knows the 3 gifts, learns them by heart. They are shelter, blessing, and hope. All who dwell in Lyria's city shall find shelter. All may come to this temple for blessing and orison, and for all, the hope of a better day. Now you know what you need to know. You are ready for the second task. It is service. Each seeking the orison must serve Lyria among her people. For you, there is a man named Nur in the lower tunnels. Day and night he profanes the name of Lyria with falsehoods. Discredit his words before the ears of my children. Drive him away from there. To do this, you must rely on the teachings of the Sojourn. Shall I repeat them for you now? Of course. From the frozen north, Baal-Atiran led our forebears across the plains to Snowmelt Pass. There she promised all a place. And then they came to the pools of Gallifore Plain, where she taught that Lyria's grace is like the waters all around. From there, they continued east until they stood upon the bluffs and saw this spire. There, Tyrion taught us of the 3 gifts. Now you know what you need to know. You are ready for the second task. Yes, go to where he preaches lies in the lower tunnels of this city. Challenge him, prove him false, shame him, and drive him away. I think the lessons of the Sojourn will help you in this. Do you wish to hear them again? Good. Go then, and do Lyria's work. If you fail at first, persist.
Lyria smile on you. You did! This is wonderful! May the fortunes of Lyria be upon you. Goodbye.
Good evening.
You didn't know your inquiry was successful. Please, take this to cover travel and any other expenses.
Welcome.
Oh, such a state.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
The watch.
Thought you were the watch.
And what is this? One of the blessed? Tell me, top dweller, can you tell me truthfully that Lyria does not love you more than she loves us? Why else would she put the fortunate upon the spire with her temple and cast us down here in the dark? What chains? I'm here of my own free will to teach. I mean, ill fate and poverty has driven me here. You twist my words, villain! If you're so clever, then tell me, are we not fated? Did Lyria not place us down here by design? What do I? Why, you thick-skulled Uruk, you petty snot-nosed. Look at what they do. They trick you, they... Forgive me, my friends, but you do not deny it, then? You admit that Lyria gave us our lot, gave us nothing but these dank caves and a few meager coins? How dare you? What? Don't you laugh at me! After all,
I mean, friends, I speak hastily. This devil has tangled my words. Wipe those smirks off your faces. I see them. I tell you truths and you smirk. You laugh at me. Fine. Stay the sheep you are. Stay in your pen. You are caged sheep. Keep to your pens.
That's you go.
Well.
City Watch, move along.
Curios, talismans, items of power.
Word has come to me of your service. You defended our faith and Rathia's image admirably. You have reached the final task. It is not far off. In fact, it is standing before me at this very moment. It is the giving, and you give it of yourself. When you are ready, tell me so. The sparrows are rag pickers and dwell in the lowest of the tunnels. Still, Lyria loves them too, perhaps most of all. First, you must choose. Give of yourself the wisdom you have gained, or give a magic gem of the highest water, or give in gold a sum of great worth. Do you understand? Yes, some of your experience offered as a sacrifice to Lyria. This was the original giving, and still that which she loves the most. Gems are pure magic. They are the perfect gift for our goddess. Place an epic gem in this ceremonial figurine to give it for the orison. Does it seem low or petty to you? Magic is the current of power in our world. Gold is a sort of magic in the minds of mortals. Of course, it takes a great deal in Lyria's eyes to equal the worth of the other two. Excellent. Tell me, which do you choose? Then by Lyria's light and Tyrion's teaching, I, priestess of this temple, receive your gift and conclude your orison. You have walked the path of our ancestors, spoken the words of our prophets, and given truly of yourself. Lyria guard you, Lyria guide you, and may her blessing be upon you. You have seen for yourself. Many in Rathia perform the rite, once, maybe twice in a lifetime. The work is hard, but the aura is slow to fade. You have done well. Be proud.
Ah, you have returned. Then your seventh labor awaits. Together, the items you collected comprise the Amrinthian Band, the crown of Kandrian kings. Your 7th labor is to reconstruct this crown. It is an ancient crown for ancient kings. That is all I will say on the matter. There is only one place where the Amrinthian Band may be reconstructed. On a rock. Find a Fey sagecrafter named Hendy and tell her I sent you. She will assist you in restoring the Amrinthian Band. Farewell.